welcome back to Afternoon Live. Our next guest's new book celebrates nature, wildlife, and the breathtaking wonders found underwater. We welcome back to Afternoon Live the author of You and Me Explore the Sea, Amoris Walker. Thanks for joining us.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here. This is awesome.
Tell us about this book. We're going underwater and it looks so beautiful.
We're going underwater. The oceans cover about 75% of the Earth, and we have only explored 10% of that,
right,
according to NOAA.
Okay.
So NOAA. And so I was inspired to write this book for many reasons. There's a series of 8 books. So first was You and Me in the Trees. Next is You and Me Explore the Sea. There's a theme, you can tell, the rhyming and everything.
That's so
there
fun.
are a few more coming in the series after this, but the first 2 were the forest and the oceans, 2 of my very favorite places to be. So that's part of the reason why this one is becoming the second book in the series.
Tell me about what readers will experience as they explore underwater through this book.
Well, you know, I find that there are so many books about the ocean, particularly for children. It's a very saturated market. People might think I'm absolutely insane, but I don't think any of us can ever get enough of it.
No.
And like I said, we haven't explored enough of it. So while there will be sharks and fish and octopus and things we've seen before, there are also several animals in here that we've never seen before.
Oh, that's exciting.
And it's a rhyming book, so lots of the things that I had to rhyme with, like bobtail squid. Oh, that was challenging. And jellyfish, and like I said, octopus is on the cover. That's really dear to my heart. That was kind of a spirit animal for my dad after he passed away, so the cover is dedicated to him. And yeah, squid and just all kinds of really cool animals. And I've created a video that I'm going to have on my website, which will have a lot of the actual real live visuals of these animals with the voice behind it reading the book. And it's my friend Matt Mikolas doing the voice. He's a radio guy up in Seattle, and he's amazing. So that will give kids a whole other way of experiencing the book. And then we'll have the illustrated version once the Kickstarter is finalized.
It's a multimedia journey. Let's talk about the Kickstarter of it all. You're doing this project. You're getting it done in a really cool way.
Yes. So Kickstarter is an amazing way to crowdfund. Instead of asking people for money, because I am self-publishing through a hybrid self-publisher, I am asking people for pre-orders. And this allows folks to see what I'm working on as I'm working on it. I've found that people really like watching the journey.
Yeah.
Almost every person I meet says, I've always wanted to do a children's book. And so it's in their head, like, how could I do this? Well, for me, Kickstarter is an amazing way to do that. And you raise all the money through pre-orders. By the time the book is published, you already have, you know, potentially 1,000, 2,000 people who will own your book, and it will be sent to them, and they'll have it in their hot little hands when it's released, the first release. So it kind of creates this excitement about it. It also helps me financially to be actually able to publish it. And I have total control of the project through this hybrid self-publisher, which is Mascot Kids.
And it makes it that much more special when the consumer gets it into their hands that they helped make it possible.
Absolutely. I have so many special rewards. There's signed copies of the book. There are going to be coloring books. There's going to be a digital video available for the rewards for Kickstarter. So lots of different options for people to get in on that excitement. I find that people really like the signed books, which makes me feel awesome.
That's special.
And I remember signing my first copy of You and Me in the Trees. I was just over the moon because I've always wanted to be a writer, and I have a 4-year-old, so writing children's books is really close to my heart.
Oh my gosh, it's such a special time. And you're working with the same artist, is that correct, for the illustrations, which are just beautiful?
Unbelievable, yeah. Alyssa Ganos, she is a phenomenal young artist. She's in California. She's going to Humboldt right now, and she's actually studying wildlife management and oceanography.
Oh, wow.
So it was sort of kismet that she was on board for this second book, and she is just incredible. Like I said, just young and talented, and this isn't even her full-time profession. We met on Craigslist like 15 years ago, and we've stayed in touch. When the first book came out, I said, I need you for this, and she brought out those illustrations for You and Me in the Trees with the diversity of families and the beautiful creatures, and just knocked it out of the park.
So how did you envision this whole, it's kind of a universe you're creating of the You and Me storyline that you have 8 already plotted out.
Yes.
That's a big endeavor.
Maybe more.
Okay.
And I'm glad that you see it that way because, yes, it is, you know, Disney does a great job of connecting children to its movies and books and characters. And I don't aspire to be like Disney necessarily, but I love how You and Me is about you and me reading together, you and me out in nature together, and that's what it's like for me and my daughter, my husband, my family being out together. And I recognize that it's not totally correct grammar to say you and me. But I'm taking poetic license here.
Yes.
And it rhymes, and I love it. And it really is, you know, when I'm with my girl, it's like you and me, we're out in nature doing stuff. And
there
so
you go.
This whole book series is really inspired by my family.
Well, and I think too, parents and caregivers, we're always searching for stories that our kids are excited about, but that also have some education behind them too, that we're moving things forward in a positive direction.
Yes, this is the basis of my entire childhood. I was raised in a family band. We traveled around the country singing songs for kids, talking about the environment. It was, my parents were just way ahead of their time. It was about the environment often and creating ways to teach kids about protecting habitats. It was engage, educate, inspire, and entertain. And I seek to continue to do that for my books. And like I said, with the series, it's not just a series. I have songs I hope to release. I have shows I hope to do screenplays for.
Fun.
So my brain is constantly thinking.
You've got a lot going on. We're here for the journey. Thank you so much for visiting us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great
and this
chatting
copy
with
of
you.
You and Me in the Trees is for you to take home.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, my kids are going to love it. Hey, the book again is You and Me Explore the Sea. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.